Thank you very much to Alistair, Mann and to Andy Morrison for the first half commentary. So welcome back to Matchday Live. It is Swansea City 1, Manchester City 1. It is half-time in tonight's League Cup game with City. Stats-wise, City dominating the possession, as you would expect. 73% of possession for City in that first 45 minutes. 9 shots, 3 on target. But of course, it is currently 1-1, although City clearly building into that first half and looking much better, much livelier, much better in attack towards the end of that first 45 minutes. So I'm still joined in the studio by Luke Stanley and by FG. I got a bit nervous there in the first sort of 10-15 minutes, Luke, I'm not going to lie. What's your assessment, though, of the first half?
I mean, it was a great goal from Swansea. I mean, you can't really take it away from his top corner. No keeper in the world. You could have 10 keepers in net and they're not going to stop that. And then I thought we grew into the game a bit more. Cherky was making a few things. He cut in, got that ball across the box, and then Doku, obviously, he'll be claiming that when he gets the ball, obviously in a good position. It deflects, little bit lucky, but we grew into the game there, yeah. Yeah,
we definitely grew into the game. I always felt like I didn't want the half-time whistle to go, FG.
Yeah, it seemed like we were, last 15 minutes, definitely the intensity changed. Positive from Doku. I think Andy Morrison on the commentary as well was saying he wants the wingers to do that, and that's exactly what he did. If only we had Andy Morrison shouting at the sideline to them, right? They must have heard him. But yeah, positive end to the first half. Tough game like we expected, full stadium. Like you just said, the goal by Franco was a great goal.
So the finish by Franco there in the 12th minute, and it is it's curling shot into the top right-hand corner. He's probably standing about 19, 20 yards out there. My questions, though, around the goal certainly are about the build-up towards the goal, the Swansea build-up, and I felt like, starting right from the halfway line, City sat back. They play the ball out wide to the right, and Brian Aït-Nouri is all, I don't think I'd ever see him twisted so much as he was, Luke.
Yeah, and it wasn't, we didn't start the game unbelievably well. We're not here to just, lie. It wasn't a great start, but we have got the equaliser now. Like you said, we didn't want that whistle to go, so we're doing all right. There was a few question marks as to that, some of the positioning on that goal, and that second chance they had as well from a mistake. They go in on goal, and I think James Trafford will be claiming that one as a save as well. Swansea got a corner from it, so he must have got a touch on it, but we're quite fortunate that didn't go to 2-0. I think Swansea would be a little bit disappointed it didn't go 2-0. That was a big turning point, though, because after that we obviously get the goal, and we're knocking at the door to try and get a second and win this game now.
Yeah, so we did get the goal. We did get the equaliser towards the end of that first half. We're going to say it's Jeremy Doku. There was a deflection, but obviously we think the shot was on target. We expect it'll go down for Jeremy Doku, but it did obviously involve a bit of a wicked deflection, and we did kind of wince a little bit. But we'll take it, FG.
Yeah, 100% great ball as well by Aït-Nouri. I mean, we've just spoken about the first goal. He'd be disappointed, but he's not played in so long. The match sharpness for a few of the players isn't there. This team's only going to get better. These players are only going to get better. What a ball. He's so good going forward as well for a fullback. But Doku's just so positive all the time. I know Sean Wright-Phillips is probably counting his dribbles and stuff, but yeah, it's great to see him being positive and getting that little slice of luck, because if he carries on taking his fullback on, he's going to get a lot more goals this season.
Yeah, and it's almost like he made his own luck as well, because he chases the ball down, it gets to the byline, and he manages to keep it in before he drops his shoulder and cuts and drives the shot in. So definitely luck involved, but sometimes, obviously, in football, Luke, you make your own luck as well.
You do, and you get the ball in those positions and you crack a shot sometimes from, a position where he could maybe pass or cut back or whatever, and that's what you want to see. You want to see direct play, you want to see a shot. And like you said, you make your own luck. He has that shot, it deflects. It was probably a decent shot anyway. It was on target, and you get a little bit of luck and you end up with a goal, and that's what you need sometimes. Like you said, don't think the Villa game at the weekend we quite got that luck. Obviously, the goal we did get was offside. And in this one, we've the footballing gods have helped us out a little bit there.
Yeah, as we said, we did start to build in. We got more into the game as the half went on. I did think Ryan Cherky looked like a particular bright spark throughout that first half.
So confident. He just wants the ball all the time, and I get the impression that the players want to give him the ball because he can make things happen. It was hitting the post as well. Of course, he hit the post. Great dummy by Rico, but also the strength from Cherky to just flick his foot at it. So it was so close as well. Just what a goal it would have been.
I thought it was going to bounce in.
Yeah, he's going to create so much. Just imagine him and Erling together. we could be in for a really, really good season with them too.
You did really well on your prediction before in the pre-show about where the players were going to play. Have you worked out where Shirky is playing?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's playing pretty much everywhere, isn't he, like we said. I mean, it's so hard to mark. He's just finding space. Rico is at right back, but he's also finding himself in that central midfield position, like as an inverted full-back. I think the one that we got right was Trafford being in goal, so well done, Luke.
We also said before the game, you said Doku would get 1, I said he'd get 2, so we'll see in the second half.
Oh, it's on. I hope he does get 2. I hope I'm wrong.
Me too, please. Yes, please. For a neutral, if you're watching this game, I imagine you're very much enjoying it. The intensity's been high, particularly in the first sort of half an hour. Lots of tackles were going in. People were flying all over the place. A great finish as well. So I imagine that for the neutrals, they're very much enjoying this game, Luke.
Yeah, there's been a few cards as well. We were saying at the start, there's quite a few challenges going in cards, and it's a proper cup tie as well. So, hopefully it ends in our favour.
Yeah, you've got to give credit to Swansea as well. They were brave. They've been really, really brave. Whether they penned back in a little bit in the latter stages of the second half, they did a little bit in the first half, and that could play in our favour. But, yeah, it's a cup tie. And like you said, there's been cards, there's been everything. Just hopefully a couple more City goals would be nice.
Couple more City goals would be just lovely and take us obviously into the quarter-final. The draw is later on this evening as well. So while we've got Luke here on his Matchday Live studio debut, we thought we would take the opportunity to ask him for his Manchester City all-time 11 because, as you may not know, if you watched the show before the game, Luke has a ridiculous, phenomenal live game record. So, Luke, you were on, what did you say it was, 96 consecutive games?
I think 93, something like that.
Yeah.
I did...
something like that.
Yeah, I did a lot of games. I'm still going on the league ones. So
how many is that?
I think it's about 160, something like that. It's like, basically since COVID, I've done all the league games. But you can see there my little predicted.
So you're a perfect person to ask. So start from the back and tell us why you've picked these City players as your all-time Manchester City 11. Yeah,
so there's my all-time 11. Edison in goal, 8 seasons, 8 or 9 seasons, and he's obviously got 6 Premier League titles. Pivotal to the way, obviously, Pep played with him. We've now got Donnarumma, but that guy, for me, closely followed by sort of Joe Hart. Maybe you could give Bert Troutman a shout as well. In goal, I think it's got to be Edison. In front of him, Vincent Kompany. Don't even need to say much about him. Absolute legend. Some of the goals he scored, important ones as well, against Leicester, against United in 2012. And then John Stones next to him. Think about that treble season, how good he was, with obviously his right-hand man, Kyle Walker at right-back. I think he's the best right-back the Premier League's ever seen.
Is he wearing lipstick in that picture, by the way?
He might be. Questionable, to be fair. But, it doesn't stop his defending talents. We know how good he's been. Ake at left-back. Now, this is a difficult one because we've not had that many natural left-backs, especially in our kind of golden... Clichy's a good shout, but I think in our kind of golden era, if you think about Ake, like I said earlier, 4 league titles in a row, he won the treble, and obviously gave me a hug at the weekend as well, so, we've got to put him in there for that. Into the midfield, now, there's a lot of names you could get in here. We haven't even seen... the likes of Bernardo, Yaya Toure in there, Gundogan, obviously the treble-winning captain. I've gone for Rodri and KDB. Colin Bell sort of just behind Aguero maybe, and then sort of the front 3 is unbelievable. David Silva I'd have sort of a little bit more central, a bit more of a free role. Mahrez on the right, honourable mention to Sterling, of course, and then Sergio Aguero up front. But I think Haaland will be desperate to try and get himself in my... all-time 11, that's probably one of his biggest.
So, I presume the only reason Haaland's not in there because it's only been 3 seasons so far for him.
Yeah. And Aguero's just, Aguero.
Yeah, and also if Haaland gives him a hug, then he might make it in, FG.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you'll probably be getting a lot of hugs based on what you're saying. You're saying nice things about all the players, yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue. It's a good team. I would probably put Erling in. I would probably take... I didn't see Colin Bell play much, so I would probably take him out based on my lack of knowledge of him. Completely understand why he's in. My dad raves about him. I imagine yours does the same. I'd probably drop David Silva deeper and find a way to get Erling Haaland in this team. Yeah. Because that man is incredible. And then, special honourable mention, Sterling, Sané, Clichy.
It's mad to think that there is a team without Yaya Toure in it for me, but how do you fit him? Yeah, and Fernandinho.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is bang on for I mean, it's hard to argue. We're so lucky to have had such amazing players in so many different eras.
The way I speak to like the older generation, the way they talk about Colin Bell is I think how I'll be speaking to kids in 50 years about Kevin De Bruyne. So
yeah, for sure.
That's why I had to get him in there. Yeah.
I love that analogy.
I don't think many can argue with that, to be honest.
And of course, there's a stand named after him as well.
Yeah,
beautiful
exactly.
statue outside, and yes, absolutely love that. Thank you very much, Luke.
Nice.
Thank you. So there is, of course, other Carabao Cup games that are taking place tonight and some very interesting scorelines. Of course, as you'd predict, most of the big six teams have made many, many changes in their teams tonight. However, it doesn't stop these results from being particularly interesting. Although not so yet for Arsenal. Arsenal playing Brighton, that is 0-0 as it stands. However, Liverpool are at Anfield tonight and they are playing Crystal Palace. And the score currently is Crystal Palace winning 2-0. 2 goals for Sarr as well there. Nice. Interesting one that as well. And of course, I
remember the last time I think it was Crystal Palace against Liverpool when I was in the stadium and Kel was jumping off his chair for the last minute winner. So, sorry to anyone if it upsets you, but I think Kel will be watching this at home and he'll be getting PTSD of him in the studio with me and Chels.
Watching a football game with Kel Spellman is really a unique experience.
He is an absolute legend, yeah. Never change, Kel.
Never change. We love you, Kel. There is another All-Premier League game. It is Wolves versus Chelsea. It's half-time and Chelsea are winning 3-0. Wolves. When is the last time Wolves won a game? The round before this in the Carabao Cup, but wow.
Yeah, Wolves are in trouble. Chelsea look good as well in cup competitions, good value.
Yep. And then Newcastle are beating Spurs 1-0. So that is the other games in the Carabao Cup. There was obviously 3 games last night as well. Fulham went through Cardiff. And my mind has gone blank on the other one. Cardiff, Fulham and Brentford.
Yeah.
That was it. Yes, FG. The draw for the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup will take place after the games end this evening. And of course, it doesn't go to extra time. If the result is a draw at 90 minutes, it will go straight to penalties. We will be here with you at full time where hopefully we are talking about Manchester City being in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. What would you like to see? Any changes in the second half? The way City are playing?
I'd like to keep it how it was, I think, for the start. I think he will as well because we were growing into the game really, really well. It's going to be an interesting second half, but I'm confident.
There looks to be quite a few nervous Swansea fans there, so hopefully we keep them nervous.
Would you expecting? We rarely ever see any changes at half time, but going into it's a really strong bench today.
Yeah.
You're hoping to see some changes throughout the half.
Yeah, I think if we haven't found a goal by sort of 60, 70 minutes, you'll see a lot of changes. But even if we do get a goal or maybe 2, you'll see a lot of changes towards the end of the game. Pep will just be getting a few more minutes in some of those players' legs. But like we said, hopefully we are in that quarter-final draw.
Yes, please. That would be lovely. Are you sticking with your prediction that you gave before the game?
I think I said 3-0, so I'll say 3-1 now, yeah.
I'll say 4-1.
Yeah.
3 and 4. You're still 4 goals.
Yeah, it's just
still 3 goals.
It's going to be hard, but I'll say 4-1 just for the sake of it, yeah.
You feel like perhaps so, and we see it often with City with teams that they come up with such a high tempo and they struggle to keep it up for the full 90.
I think so. Swansea played really well, especially in that first 25 minutes. Like, the intensity, no wonder players like Aït-Nouri and Kushinov, who haven't played many minutes, will find it difficult because it was a really, really good start to them. But I do expect them to pen in a little bit and sort of be catching their breath towards the last 10 minutes of the second half at least. And
then for City to stretch their legs and get 3 more goals.
Crossed. Hopefully no injuries, a good result and yeah, a shout out to all the City fans there.
Yeah, and obviously we've got Bournemouth on Sunday as well, so it feels like if we could perhaps shut this game down as quick as possible.
We've got a good squad though. I mean, I think you're probably thinking the same as me last year. We actually forget the squad now looks good. We've got a lot of players who are resting. We mentioned Bernardo earlier on. He's resting, getting a nice rest. So, yeah, fingers crossed. We just get to see some more exciting things and no injuries.
You said it was warmer in the studio. Look at that woman dressed up there in a full...
I think she's warmer than us, actually. Yeah, she might be, yeah.
And hat there as well. If you're looking into, not wanting to jinx anything, fingers crossed, positive feelings. Of course, 2-3 more goals for City. Should we go on to win this game? What do you, in the quarterfinals, would you like to get Cardiff? Or are you like, you got to beat everybody?
I want to play against the weakest team at home. I'm sort of a bit old-fashioned, just get through. I'm not bothered about a magical game. I just want to win.
Would you rather that in a semi-final though? So if you were to get a tough game at home,
you got to get to the semi-final.
I think if we play,
first,
I think if we play anyone at home, I think we're really good value for money. Over 2 legs, of course, we're value for money.
Look at the way that bloke was wrapped up there in a blanket of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to the City fans. They all set off so early in the morning. A lot of them, a lot of the young lads as well, might have work tomorrow and stuff. They are incredible.
Yeah, shout out to the City fans that travel all across the country as well. Always phenomenally loud. Always well supported, no matter where.
It looks cold. It was cold at Villa Park on Sunday. I had ice blocks for feet by the end of the game, but I think this is just to another level now.
Yeah, it's such a
October.
It's going to be freezing. It will be, but I mean, they'll be loving it. They're always in such great spirits. We heard Blue Moon as well towards the end of the first half in the away sections. So hopefully the action's going to keep them warm.
What's your favourite away games, by the way, to the two that travel to them all?
Ever, or just like grounds to go to? Or?
General grounds.
I really love Fulham away.
You like Fulham away?
Oh,
I love Fulham away. Great part of London. Obviously, my dad's from London. You don't have to travel too far, so he's not moaning that he's tired.
I don't mind like Newcastle. It's just a bit far to get to.
Yeah,
the
steps.
Cool,
The thing is with the steps at Newcastle,
Yeah.
like I was enjoying it, but then every year it gets harder.
Yeah.
Seen some good goals there. Oscar Bob.
Yeah.
If it gets harder, mate, I think that's down to you, mate.
Oh, that's exactly what I was getting at, yeah. 6-1 at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I was there, yes.
We've had so many
Going to United can either be the best day ever or the worst day
Yeah,
ever.
true.
So.
I would avoid United away if I could every year.
Yeah.
Just because of nerves.
I bet they give you a lovely welcome there.
Oh, yeah, they love me there, yeah.
Thank you, FG. Thank you so much, Luke. Thank you very much. We will be here at full time, where hopefully we are talking about City being through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. So get your second half commentary now on City Plus with Alistair Mann and with the wonderful Andy Morrison. We will see you in 45 minutes.